My initial reaction to human rights is of demonstrations and legal courtrooms and things like that. But when I really think about it, when I think of our experience in Scotland, I think of something different. I think of equality, I think of challenging discrimination, I think of justice for our community and dialogue. I think of us having a voice. I think of our members having the chance, when they haven't been heard before, to speak out, and by speaking out, challenging all those areas in which their lives are made worse by the way they're treated. Hug Action for Mental Health is a group of people who've all experienced mental illness. We challenge stigma and campaign for a fairer, better world for people with mental illness. I think the best example of how we use human rights has been in our work with mental health officers. Mental health officers are the people who ultimately approve a detention of someone if you get to that extreme state where you're detained under the Mental Health Act. And we get people who have been detained, such as myself, to speak with those people who will ultimately be the people who detain us. We start talking to each other, we start learning from each other, we tell our stories and they tell their thoughts too. And by speaking together and learning our different perspectives, they can do their job better. We can feel some sense of liberation at having helped them understand us and told our story. And through that, people value us, I suppose. They value us and they see us as people rather than people who they are doing a job with. I am meant to have a diagnosis of schizophrenia. I personally don't believe I have that, but I do know that I get to places where my life is very much on the line. Now, in terms of human rights, I have the right to life and I'm glad for that. But when you're sectioned, when you have someone following you 24 hours a day, when you have to go to the toilet in front of them, when your light in your room is not turned off for 7 weeks in a row, then you can feel imprisoned and oppressed. It's a horrible feeling sometimes, even though later on you know that those actions which feel like imprisonment are aimed for your best interests, aimed for keeping you alive. Human rights is essential to what we do. We haven't always known that that's what we're engaging in, but it's all about equality and justice, and attached to equality and justice are the human rights that you get at an international level, a national level, a European level. There is so much there which is meant to safeguard us from, I don't know what you would call it, oppression, from marginalisation. Using that, we can argue our case for a better way of being treated. By keeping an eye on what we know we're entitled to, by knowing what we go through, by speaking out about it, we have a bedrock in which to argue our case, and it allows us to have a voice, it allows us to construct our voice. We make people understand what it's like to lose hope, to feel just lost in a world where people just do not understand us. And that makes all the difference.